everyone. I'd like to thank you for joining us on Infinite Power Network. I'm Tech, and today we have our guest info, and we'll be interviewing her. And she's here to tell us about being a descendant of Frederick Douglass. So, everybody, get your seats, get your popcorn, and come on and relax so we can learn more about Frederick Douglass and his beautiful descendant that we have with us today. All right, info. So would you mind sharing with us today what your relationship is to Frederick Douglass?
Yes, how are you? And I'm so glad you are really inspiring this moment right now because it's really um, a high honor. You know what I mean? I am a descendant of Frederick Douglass. Um, and to know, your background and your history, where you're from, and your bloodline is a valuable asset, period.
Yes, it is.
So I encourage that to anyone and everyone who doesn't have a clue. Do your homework.
Okay. Yeah, that is a good idea to do our homework to find out more about our backgrounds. And so my next question for you is, how are you carrying on the Douglass name?
I love you for that too.
Hey,
You.
we want to
Yeah,
know all about it and all about you. Thank you.
thank you. And well, it's pretty much the same, it's amazing how it is the same. Um, Frederick Douglass was a person who actually allowed and assisted in the what do you call the release of slavery into freedom. He assisted in that area. Um, and it's like I'm doing the same thing, so to speak. Slavery can be physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. All right.
Mhm.
So what I find today is that I'm actually doing the same thing he would have done. And it's in my blood thoroughly. I cannot really sit still and, feel all the pain and not do anything or do any work, and by me doing the work, that means I can allow, or assist someone else in doing their work. I'm gonna give you an idea.
Thank you.
My strong pursuit is the pursuit of mentally, spiritually, and emotionally being clean, wholeheartedly keeping your temple clean. That is a big asset in this world, because our health is our wealth. And when we confuse wealth with anything else, that's how we lose ourselves. You wonder why people are selling their self, because they actually really don't have a clue of, the real meaning of wealth. So, having that said, a lot of people are poisoning their bodies. Our people are poisoning our bodies. Everything is a replica of a history. As they say, history repeat itself. You see it right now all the time. And what I'm going to show you is really amazing how it's repeating itself, right? So I'm going to give you a real pic of slavery for a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bear with me. You're in the cotton fields. The sun is hot. You're picking cotton, all right? And you choose not. So you're picking cotton. Got a lot of snot, right? Okay? You're looking at your person to the left, person to the right, and you guys are giving each other eyes like, we're going to be free from this. We're going to, and you're whispering what you're going to do and how you're going to escape and all this old beautiful plan. And this is all day long in the hot, drenching sun. You're picking cotton, trying to, really make yourself tell someone else that you're the one that's going to really be free from this mental and physically, emotional, spiritual slavery, because it's all the above, So I'm gonna give you an idea. Now, I just told you about that one day, but this day lasts forever. So you got the whole week, right? By the time the weekend comes, guess what? The master reward the slaves with alcohol, right? He pour them all what they want. He give them all what they want. They start celebrating and dancing and woo woo, ha ha. Can they turn up today? The word is turn up, right? So then, guess what? They party the whole weekend, be tore up, right? Before you know it, that whole weekend gone. Guess what they doing again? In the hot fields, hot again, drenching sun, picking all over again, realizing that to themselves in their mind, they're telling themselves, I can't win, right? So this is where, who my blessing comes in to be that message courier that you can win. Why? Because you do not have to repeat that again. All right. So I'm an adversary, and I'm a what you call an advocate for keeping your temple clean. You know what I mean? Because of what it means on every dimensional level. Mm-hmm. Right? So, right today, like I go back to that thing that I was saying, history repeating itself. Yeah, it's doing that today. The whole minute slavery all over again. Yeah, so our people go to work. They're like, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be young. I'm not going to work for them. I'm going to get my master's. They're going to do all these things. You hear all these things, and they say it all week long. But guess what? When that weekend comes, they're on the phone. You going to turn up? We go turn up. We go. As soon as they get home, guess what's at every corner? Liquor store. Every corner. What's on every channel? Somebody pouring a glass. This is what make it last. Anywho, it's just an old blast from the past. It can kiss mine. But anyway, so there you go. The whole ball, the whole circle all over again, the whole circle. And not only do we do this for one generation, but we produce this behavior for the next. And that's where I come in. And that's where I say, we're actually doing it, like this is like we're doing the same thing. He did the physical version of it that had to come, but he had to pull them out the physical in order to get that mental, emotional, and spiritual slavery to come, free of all that. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's how I give it back. I really give it back in such a way where I'm an advocate for keeping the temple clean, and that is freedom.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you have any contacts? Maybe I'll attach like any contacts if someone wants to reach out to you for your services personally. They can find more information about that in the description.
Yeah, we got info tech. You can leave. I mean, where you can find me all day, every day. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Have contact here. You put a comment in, we respond directly, and that's how we do it. If you want to, tell me to reach out, that's fine. Definitely reach out. You leave your information or X, Y, and Z. But that's the best way to get me. Mm-hmm. Comment, go in tech.
Yeah, there we go.
But I don't. I really don't. Play when it comes to life and death. That's always been big. And the reason it's so important for us to know our history and where we belong in this world, because that's where it puts you. It lets you know where you belong, what your purpose in life is. For a long time, I was young and didn't understand, like how people can meet people on the street or walk up to people that they know. And these people have all this destitute, situation going on in their life. And we could all be like casual friends or whatever, to pass by and say and know this person, know that they're going through so much hurt and pain. But the average person that I seen, they could say, well, all right, have a good night, girl. Have a good night, man. Either like, is it really gonna be a good night? Like, did you not hear what they said? I'm still stuck with it, and I'm still stuck with them because I want to help them. Mm-hmm. So it really did help me, once you know what type of bloodline you are. So it let me know who I was. So I realized, being a descendant, you have that blood. So you cannot walk away once you hear it. You cannot unhear it,
Mm-hmm.
So I have things to do. And I'm grateful. And, it helps you to know who you are in your place in this world.
That's wonderful. That's very wonderful. And then, so my next question for you is, how has your life experience been different being a Douglas descendant?
That's the way it's been different. That's the very way I now know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And why I respond so deep to someone else's pain.
Okay.
And others could not. The others just could really, really walk away and eat food and live their normal life. I would never be able to go home after that. It just felt normal. Mm-hmm. I would have to check on that person. I would have to see. I would have to go do my homework. I would have to make sure that, we can fix it.
That's nice.
Or I can't breathe, casually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's real deep. Well, that's a great service. And, we don't have that many people out here willing to do that. So that is wonderful. And thank you for that. Mm-hmm. So then we're kind of close to the end of our interview. I have one more question for you. So is there something or some things that you would want everyone to know? Anything else you want everyone else to know?
That's basically it in a nutshell, for you to do your homework and try to keep your temple clean, because that's my goal. That's everything in life. Yourself is your wealth. Really believe that, really know that, really enjoy feeling that. Everybody wonder why they sit around and be like, oh, when I was a kid, I could do this, I could do that. When you were a kid, your temple was clean. You really did have a clean temple.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why you, veered off from your childhood things that you love so much. Mm-hmm. Well, you don't have the same set of brains, because, these things are really frying your brains and altering your energy and transforming your spirit into something else. It's a reason why when people walk in the bar, they have on the suit and tie to the T. And when they hit that bar, it's a reason that tie be over here. The hat tie might be on the head, around the woman's leg. It's a reason for all of that. It's transforming your spirit. It's something that you're putting inside of you to control you. The master knew that. That's why you were controlled. i.e., vicious cycle today. So that's it. Just if you can, learn your history, and then from there you really have a clue of why you are you. Mm-hmm. You know why I say that so clearly? We have to do another episode to talk about that, and I will touch on that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everyone, please join me in thanking our wonderful descendant of Frederick Douglas, Info over here, for giving us an interview and answering our few questions for this Black History Month. Of course, we will be bringing more Black History Month content and skits on our channel. And again, while we're here, I want to thank you for watching us, and make sure you like, you share, and comment on the video. Again, that's right. Woot woot. Thank you all, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you too.